Hi everyone. This lesson is on borrowing. So today we're going to read a book on borrowing. It's called Less Than Zero by Stuart J. Murphy. After we read the book, we have some discussion questions to go over. So I hope you enjoy it. Okay, it's time to read our book, Less Than Zero. All of Perry's friends had ice scooters. They could zip to school and zoom to the ice rink. Fuzzy could do figure eights. Baldy could even do flips. Perry wanted a scooter too, but his dad said Perry would have to save 9 clams and buy one for himself. I don't have a clam to my name. Not one clam. On Monday morning, Perry's mom said, "I will pay you 4 clams to trim the ice in front of the house." "That's hard work," said Perry. "And that's a lot of clams," said Mom. Perry trimmed all afternoon. By the end of the day, Perry had 4 clams of his own. He picked up a pad of paper and decided to make a graph and keep track of how many clams he had. Perry wrote Sunday and Monday at the top. He made marks for 4 clams up the side. He made a big dot below Sunday at 0 and another big dot below Monday on the line that showed 4 clams. Then he drew a line to connect the 2 dots. "Wow, I've gone from 0 to 4 clams in just one day," he thought. On Tuesday morning, Perry's friend Fuzzy called. "Do you want to go to the ice circus?" he asked. "It costs 5 clams." The ice circus had seal acrobats and polar bear clowns and giant snow cones. Perry wanted to go more than anything, but I only have 4 clams, he told Fuzzy. "I can loan you 1 clam until next week," Fuzzy said. The ice circus was fantastic. When Perry got home, he took out his pad of paper. He had spent 4 clams, plus 1 more of Fuzzy's. He wrote Tuesday at the top of the graph, and then he counted down 5 lines to show the clams he had spent. He wrote -1 below the 0. Then he made a big dot below Tuesday at the -1 line and drew a line from Monday's dot down to Tuesday's. "Gosh," thought Perry, "I went from 4 clams to -1. That's even less than 0. At the end of ice skating practice the next day, the fishy treat truck was parked right by the gate. All of Perry's friends went zipping over on their scooters. "Come on," said Baldy, "let's get a treat." "But I don't have any clams," said Perry, "and I already owe Fuzzy 1 clam." "Well, I could loan you 2 clams for a fishy float," Baldy said. Perry couldn't resist. "Sardines my favorite," he said. And it was delicious. That night, Perry took out his pad of paper again. Perry counted down 2 more lines to show the clams he had borrowed from Baldy. Below -1, he wrote -2 and -3. Then he wrote Wednesday at the top, made a big dot on the -3 line, and drew a line from Tuesday's dot to Wednesday's. "Oh no," thought Perry. "Now I'm 3 clams below 0. The next morning, Perry didn't go outside. All of his friends were playing on their ice scooters. It was no fun just watching. Perry lay down on the floor and sighed. Then something under the couch caught his eye. It was a clam. "Wow," he thought. "Maybe there are more clams hidden around the house." Perry started a clam search. He looked everywhere. Behind the rewarmerator, over the cooling oven, and even in the big ice chest. By the end of the day, he had found 8 clams and his dad said he could keep them. Perry ran to his room and took out his pad. Perry wrote Thursday at the top. Then he counted up 8 lines to show the clams he had found and made a dot below Thursday at the line that meant 5 clams. He drew a line from Wednesday's dot to Thursday's. When I pay back the 3 clams I owe Baldy and Fuzzy, I only have 5 clams left, thought Perry. I wish I hadn't borrowed those clams. The next afternoon, Perry put all his clams in his pocket and went out to meet Baldy and Fuzzy. But when he reached into his pocket, there was nothing in it. He felt and he felt, but all he could feel was a great big hole. "Oh no," moaned Perry. "I can't believe it. I lost 8 whole clams." Fuzzy and Baldy helped him look until it started to get dark, but there was no clam in sight. When he got home, Perry went into his room. He took out his pad sadly. Perry wrote Friday at the top. He counted down 8 lines and made a big dot below Friday on the -3 line. Then he connected Thursday's dot to Friday's. "I'm right back where I was on Wednesday," thought Perry. "So long, Scooter," he whispered as he drifted off to sleep. In the morning, Mr. Spike from next door was in the kitchen when Perry woke up. "Hello there, Perry," said Mr. Spike. "Remember when you waved at me yesterday while I was shoveling snow?" "Uh-huh," Perry answered sleepily. "Look what I found after you left." Mr. Spike reached into his pocket and handed 8 clams to Perry. Perry ran to get his pad. Perry counted up 8 lines and made a big dot on the line that showed 5 clams. Then he connected Friday's dot to Saturday's. After he paid back Fuzzy and Baldy, he would have 5 clams left. "Not only that," added Mr. Spike, "your parents told me that you want to buy an ice scooter, and I need some help shoveling snow. How many clams do you need? I'll give them to you now, and you can work them off later." The scooter cost 9 clams. Perry counted up 4 lines and made another big dot on the 9 line. He connected the dots. "I need 4 more clams to buy the scooter," Perry told Mr. Spike. Mr. Spike handed Perry 4 clams. "If you shovel snow for me for 4 days, we'll be even," he said. It was Sunday again, and the Fishy Treats truck was open for business. "Get your fishy fries here," yelled the seal. "Only 3 clams." "Want some?" asked Fuzzy. "I can loan you some clams," offered Baldy. "No way," said Perry. "I already have 4 clams less than 0. That's what I owe Mr. Spike. But I do have a cool new scooter and a cool new job, too." And Perry scooted off to shovel snow. The end. Okay, that was the book Less Than Zero. We have some discussion questions to go over. Parents, if you would like to pause the video after each question and go over the answers with your kids, that would be great. I am going to go over the answers as well, but this is a great opportunity to have the kids talk about what they just heard. So number 1, what did all of Perry's friends have that Perry wanted too? The answer is a scooter. Number 2, how many clams would Perry need to save to buy a scooter? The answer is 9 clams. 3, Perry's mom paid him to do what for how many clams? Trim the ice in front of the house for 4 clams. Number 4, What did Perry use to track how many clams he had? He used a graph. Number 5, what did Perry do to have less than 0 clams? He went to the ice circus, bought a treat from the fishy treat truck, lost his clams from the hole in his pocket. Number 6, how many clams did Perry find around the house? He found 8. Number 7, Mr. Spike loaned Perry this many clams in return for this. It was 4 clams to shovel snow for 4 days. Okay, that's it. Thanks.